When you have a new set of pots, you like to stare and stare. And for it being my first set of non-stick, I just want to show you the bottom of the pot and brag. Yes! Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Lade Owolabi. This pot set was gifted to me by a subscriber, and every time I use it, I'll pray for you. God bless you, ma, you and your family. In today's video, I am making some garden egg sauce, and I ate this with some boiled yam. Yeah, this is no ordinary garden egg sauce. In fact, it's not your typical species of garden egg. It's a very different type of garden egg. This one is particularly, it looks to me like an African aubergine, and it was my first time trying this particular species out, and it tasted amazing. Can you tell? We got this from Shinwu Market. So if you know Shinwu Market on Shagam Abeokuta Expressway, it was their market day. We stopped by to see how we could get some fresh produce. We got it right here in Shinwu Market. Yeah, we didn't plan to come to the market, but we just saw that it was market day. We're traveling and we came and we bought some yam because it is yam season. Welcome. All right, so like I said earlier, it was Shinwu Market day and we came. We bought fresh produce. What happens is that farmers come from neighboring villages, to sell their produce themselves. So majorly you're buying from farmers first hand. Please pardon the noise, it's raining so heavily and I must do this voiceover. Yes, I also bought some green pepper, green scotch bonnet as I will do. I use it to make ayamachi sauce. I will show you how I make that some other time. And then we bought some yams. Yeah, that was it. It was such a busy, crowded market day. If you have been on my channel before, I've gone to a few different market days. I think I've been to Kuto Market Day, I've been to Lafewa Market Day, and just in case you didn't know, I live in Abeokuta, Ogun State, Nigeria, and I make videos about faith, about family, marriage, relationships, and yeah, family life generally, and then lifestyle. So we bought a heap of yams, and yeah, we arranged our yams in this bag. And yes, we were on our way. If you're wondering why we need so much food, we are a missionary family. My husband and I are pastors. We pastor Life Church in Abeokuta, Ogun State, Nigeria. And this is the aubergine I was telling you about, the garden eggs. And we just got half of the basket because we didn't need so many. And I actually used half of this quantity to make the sauce that I made. So I still have some of it at home, and I'm going to be experimenting to use for different things. So here are the ingredients for garden egg sauce. Of course, we have the star ingredients, which is the African aubergine or garden egg. I don't even know the name. Do you know? If you know the name of this thing, let me know. But yeah, that's what that is. And then crayfish, some palm oil, some onions, a lot of onions by the way, and then some pepper mix and smoked fish. This is also a star. Everything is a star in this recipe, but it's pretty easy. We're not using too many ingredients, and then you season as you like, right? So if you look at the peppers, the chilies are more than the scotch bonnet. Atarodo scotch bonnet? I don't think so, because scotch bonnet is much more spicy than atarodo, but that's what we have as our own scotch bonnet. Because I know when I was in the US, if you use one single piece, it's enough to make this spicy. And there's one other ingredient that is not in this formation, and that is saint leaf, or you can also call it ephedrine. So I just plucked that out, in the backyard, and I'm ready to use that. Now it's time to prep the star of the meal, and that is this African aubergine or garden egg. So it was very tough to take out. I had to use a knife, and I was able to take it out with the knife. When it was time to start cutting through the aubergine, I realized that it was so tough. Although the knife was not so sharp, it was quite blunt, but at the same time, it was just really tough compared to the regular garden egg that I'm used to. And when I cut it open, I saw that it had seeds that looked like garden eggs. So it's in the same family, right? And at the market when I got it, I asked the woman how it was. But as I was cutting it, by the way, I was at my parents' house. I traveled with my pots, guys. Yes, I traveled with my pots because I knew I was going to be filming this. And my dad picked one up and started to eat it. And he started to itch his throat. So that was when I decided I have to cut the skin off. So I started to peel the skin. That's when I decided to peel the skin off, because I was like, if this thing is making his throat itch, first of all, I know it's edible because the marketing man told me it's edible, but it shouldn't be making his throat itch. So I took out the skin, and then he said it was also bitter. Took out the skin, and I was ready to go. Now let's get into the cooking, the main. We're gonna start off with our palm oil or red oil, as our Indibo people like to call it. We start with our palm oil, heat it up a little bit, and put some onions. I didn't want to put everything, but then I changed my mind and I put everything. We want it to fry for just a few minutes under, not low heat, not high heat, but medium heat. So I decided to add the rest of the onions so that everything can caramelize at the same time. But then I will be introducing it in a few minutes. You get to see when I do that. So what you do when you're done peeling the eggplants is to put it in some water in a pot, of course, and then bring it to a boil. So I switched it to a different side of the burner. At this point, I'm adding crayfish. See, crayfish is supposed to be added in powdered form, but at this point, like, the crayfish was not so much. So I just wanted to put it at this point so that it can be infused inside the flavor of the oil, right? You also need a lot of crayfish for this particular recipe, but this is all I had at hand. So I took out some of the onions, like I said earlier, and I just saved it, and I'm going to be reintroducing it back into the sauce. At this point, I am adding the pepper mix that I have roughly blended, not too rough, but it's not smooth, not a smooth blend. Blended, and I'm going to allow this. See, mixing and stirring is just so beautiful when you're using a plastic pot. And by the grace of God, I'm hoping to still invest in better silicone spoons. But right now, I just know not to use anything metal because I don't want to ruin the pot, right? So we cover it and allow that to cook. I need it to cook. I need it to reduce. This is a few minutes after I come back, and of course, look at my pot. Can you see the pot? Can you see the bottom of the pot? It just feels so good. It feels so good. It feels really, really good. So if you think I'm stirring too much, don't be angry. I just got new pots. All right. At this point, you season. I put some curry thyme. I also put some salt and bouillon powder. Pardon my assistant in the background. She's singing nursery rhymes. There's no way I can do that right now, so just pardon us, okay? This is me again, mixing and mixing. You can call me a mixologist at this point. I don't mind. Here I'm going to be taking the deboned smoked fish. Here I'm using shower fish, smoked shower fish, and I've taken out the bones already, and I just reintroduced it back into the sauce. And yes, I'm going to mix and then not over mix, cover it. Yes, a bit cover it, and at this point this one is ready for the next phase. And the next thing we need to do now is to pound it. You can also use a food processor, or you can actually even use it just like this if you want to be chewing on the bits. But I'm not so interested in chewing on the bits of cooked garden eggs, so I want to. One of the things I noticed that it became dark, like as we were peeling it was getting dark quickly, and by the time we boiled it, the liquid from it was very dark. So that's just something to note. Nothing is still nice, still normal. There's nothing wrong with that if you see that. So after mashing this up just a little bit, you see it still has texture to it, but it's mashed. Yeah. This is it. Now I'm going to be reintroducing it back to the sauce. At this point, the sauce is saucing. The pot is potting. You people should leave me at this pot. Oh. I know the suffer I've suffered before getting this pot. And by the way, I got another surprise recently that is going to help my ministry. I'm going to share it with you guys soon. If you want to know the surprise that I got, just tell me in the comments and you will see it very soon. Anyways, so now we're reintroducing the garden eggs back into the sauce, and I'm just going to scoop everything out, put it in, and we're going to do what again? What do mixologists do? Mix and mix and mix. We're going to stir this and just make sure that everything is well combined and well incorporated. Yes, you mix this until it's well combined, and I'm reintroducing the onions I took out earlier just so that it's fresher. If you're not an onion lover, Please, by all means, you should blend it, grate it, whatever you want to do so it to disappear. But I like to see it. And so this is Saint Leaf, the Ifumi I showed you earlier, and I'm just adding this for flavor and also for color. This sauce is almost ready. We still need to cover it up and allow it to do its thing. So just after about 2 minutes, the sauce is ready. You can eat the sauce with rice. You can eat the sauce with yam. What else can you eat the sauce with? Tell me in the comments. Yeah, the sauce is ready right now, and the entire house was already was engulfed by the glory of the aroma of the sauce. So, oh, I miss it. As I'm making this video now, I'm remembering what it tasted like. I should have edited the video immediately I finished doing it. But yes, we had some rice available, but I just felt like, I needed yam for this. So I needed to boil some slices of yam, very fresh, very soft yam. And then I decided to pair mine with some yams. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. This is all I have on today's video. I hope you have learned a thing or two. Tell me something interesting about garden egg sauce. Have you tried it? Let's continue the conversation in the comment section. And until next time, don't forget to be the best version of you. Bye. Say bye.